All right, gotta get pumped up for this one. Whoa! Little Ronnie Coleman?
Yeah, buddy! Come on, let's get fired up.
Hey, man, your little Ronnie's hanging out.
Man, don't worry about that. We got McCain.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, buddy! Sorry, bro, but it's leg day.
Yeah, Buddy. Extreme Energy Pre-Workout Powder by Ronnie Coleman. Take a scoop and let your inner Ronnie out.
I think you can do really good, maybe become even a world champion or something in this sport of bodybuilding. I'm like, I'm kind of like laughing at them, like, oh, okay, Brian, I appreciate it. And then he just wouldn't quit. So we talking and he tell me about how good I could be. I'm like, okay, thank you. I really appreciate it. He's like, I tell you what. I'm like, what? He's like, I got a little offer I can make you. I want to make you. I'm like, okay, what is it? Like, he's like, I'll let you work at this gym for free. Give you a free membership. He said, I'll teach you how to pose. He said, I'll teach you how to diet. He said, I'll teach you how to do everything. If you just do this show with me, coming up about 3-4 months away. I'm like, free membership to the gym? You know, at this time, I was still kind of struggling. I didn't have a lot of money, and I just, got on the police department. And I really didn't need no other bill because I just got to working with Domino's Pizza, and I was kind of behind on my bills and stuff. And I'm like, this guy gonna give me a free membership and doing something I just do for fun. I love to do, and I've been doing it for the last, at that time, about 15, 16 years. I'm like, okay, free membership, cool. I'd be glad to compete for that. You're gonna let me work out here for free. So that's kind of pretty much how we got started. But my first contest was right here in Dallas. There was a show called Mr. Texas. I take it that Brian had taught me how to pose, and man, we really had to work on some stuff. He used to take me over to this guy's house. His name was Marvin. And Marvin had this little posing dungeon. I mean, it pretty much what it was. There was a little old shack behind his house where he had a video camera set up, and he'd take you through all these poses, front double bicep, and like the mandatory. I mean, I like all of them. And we used to go to this guy's house just about every day or every other day. And this little old shack was about like the gym. I mean, after about 15, 20 minutes of posing, you're just dripping with sweat. But this is where I learned how to pose. And this is the only place kind of we had when we had like some solitude when we was by ourselves, because in the gym it was all these people, and there wasn't no video camera or nothing like that we could set up at that time. Neither me nor Brian had no money for no video camera or nothing. But what we do, we go over to Marvin, and he just filmed the whole thing, and we'd be over there for like hour and a half just going through poses. At this time I was learning how to do everything, so I had to do this a lot, and I only had like 3 months to learn how to pose. I'd never in my life been in a bodybuilding show. I didn't know how to put together no routine, didn't how to do no routine or nothing. So I was probably as great as you could probably be. But this is how I, number one, learn how to pose. Number two, learn how to put a pose routine together. Actually, Brian and the guy Marvin showed me how to do everything. I mean, we had to pick some music, put it to a pose routine. Everybody that's competing for the first time know exactly what I'm talking about, and kind of like look good doing it in about 3 months' time. Because like I said, I'd never ever competed in my life before. It was the first time me ever doing this. Anyway, I never forget it. to this day. The show was called Mr. Texas. It was April 7th, 1990. And I think the song I used was I think it was Can't Touch This by MC Hammer. So that just let you know how long ago this was. And I even remember going to the show. I remember being up there on stage. We had practiced so much. By the time I got to the stage, it was like, man, I got this down. I wasn't even nervous or nothing. This was my very first show, and I still remember it like it was yesterday. And I think the reason why I wasn't nervous because Brian had me in that box, and we went on that posing routine about 1,000 times or so, just putting it to that music. And this is something we did just about, if it wasn't every day, it was like every other day. So I remember to this day how it was backstage pumping up. I wasn't nervous because, it was my first show and I'm just doing it for fun. And I'm not thinking about going nowhere with it. I'm just doing it, just because Brian give me a free membership. That's another reason why I wasn't nervous, because I'm like, oh, hey, I ain't got nothing to lose. I got a free membership to the gym. I'm having a lot of fun because it's always been a hobby of mine for the most part. So, hey, I really got it made here. And in that show, I won, it was my very first show. It was called Mr. Texas. It was like AAU, it wasn't NPC or nothing like that, because back in them days, they had AAU. It was very competitive with the NPC for the most part. But, the NPC was always still the number one organization because that's where I turned pro at. But the the AAU was pretty good if you were an amateur, just coming up. You either didn't want to turn pro, or you were just really doing it just to have a lot of fun and maybe learn and then go to the NPC and then turn pro. But for me, like I said, I was just doing it just for fun and stuff. In that show, I placed first in my class, and back in these days, they had what they call novice, which is your first show and stuff. And then they had, I think it's called level 3 or advanced or something like that. They had the guys that were beginning, and then they had the guys that were advanced. They had two-way class, sort of like what they got now in the NPC, but it's called the novice, and then it's called national qualifying show. But me, since it's my very first show, I was in the novice, and they had I think it was open. They had novice and they had open. I won the novice. I won heavyweight, of course. I can still remember what I weighed to this day. I weighed 215 pounds. My very first show ever. I weighed 215 pounds. I was in the heavyweight class. I think they had short and tall back then. I was in the tall class. But this is AAU. I get it confused with the NPC because the NPC had the weight classes at the time. I was in the tall class. I won the heavyweight first place, and then I won the overall first place. Everybody was telling me after the show, man, you should have did the open class. You could have won that real easy. Like, no, dude, this is my very first show ever. I was happy to do the novice class. And that's pretty much how I got started in bodybuilding, believe it or not.
I got plenty more to say about the topic, the way I profit. I just went into the store and then I bought it. Yeah, got it for the very low. All them new additions I've been putting on the payroll. All this. No. Yeah.